the goal is to have a good life. That is what our staff tries to do here as well, is to ensure that regardless of the diagnosis or regardless of the individual situation in life, that we try and bring value, added value to that scenario to improve the quality of life. The intent or the spirit of nonprofit work is to ensure that we are providing healthcare services to anybody who needs our services, regardless of their ability to pay. What's really important for us too is that the patient and family have a really good experience while they're in our care.
Our staff, whether they're in the field, clinicians, or in the office, they all identify with the mission of the organization, so they want to give in some way and help our patients.
I thought, gee, there's got to be something we can do. I went and talked to the house manager and said, you know, Eric's aunt told me that he has this wish. Do you think there's any way we can do something with this? And she called our CEO, Ken Albert, and he said, yes, we should try to do this. And it came together really within a few hours from when the initial ask was made, which was pretty incredible. I was just so grateful that I was met at every step of the way with, how can we do this? What can we do to give this guy a little bit of joy when he's had so much heartache and so much pain? It just made me incredibly proud.
And he was in such shock. His first words were, I'm dying, you're not lying to me, are you? Now, if you knew Eric, you could understand the humor in that.
We made a difference for this one person and his family. It's really inspired me to think differently when I'm working with families about how could we say yes.
It came to our attention that staff were often reaching into their own pockets to help people out, or maybe creating a little sunshine fund within their own team.
I applaud that on a personal level. Professionally, I don't want my staff having to do that, having to use their own funds to support the needs of our patients.
When you're in the home as opposed to in the hospital, our staff see it firsthand. There's no food to welcome home this patient from the hospital. There's no baby food for a new baby coming home. We serve thousands of patients, and I'd say a majority of them have needs that are unmet by insurance or family.
Our very first mission is to help them transform what was a medical experience back into a human experience. Relationship is really what's going to carry people through some of the most profound and difficult times, but also some of the most meaningful times of their lives, for the patient and then also for the family. It can be something as simple as decorating a room at the hospice house to mimic a return to Florida for a patient that went there every single winter. And to do that and have resources is pretty critical. For me, or any leader at Androscoggin, to be able to say, yes, let's do it, let's make it happen, that inspires staff and the agency, as well as volunteers and people who are future volunteers, to come on board and continue that mission.
The gentleman lived in a third-floor apartment, and it was one of those really hot summers where he had no air conditioning and he had really severe emphysema. So we were able to purchase a small air conditioner for him, and the social worker and her husband actually installed it for him in his apartment.
To create an opportunity to be able to have our clinicians identify needs for patients and feel empowered to identify needs of their patients who they care for, who are part of the members of the community in which they live.
You see the look on his face? And he's like, wow, they did this for me. This is all for me. They really did it. So yeah, it was really, really special.